Good afternoon, students. Now we will see the coordination in plants. In the last lecture, we finished with the coordination in animals. Now in plants, there are no nervous system, there is no muscle. But still, you will see that they are responding to the stimuli. Responding to the stimuli means giving a response to whatever is happening in their environment. Examples you can see is the mimosa plant. You all must have seen touch me not plant. The moment you touch any part of the plant, you will see that the leaves, they shrink, they close themselves. So this is a type of movement. Now movements in plants are of two types. One is growth dependent and one is independent of growth. Now what I was speaking about the mimosa, this is independent of growth. It is not because of growing, it is because somebody is touching, they are closing themselves. Then also sunflower, you see the sunflower will always point to the direction of the sun. Okay, so wherever the sunlight is coming from, you will find that the sunflower is changing the direction. This is also independent of the growth. And the movement which is related to growth is example of a seedling. Seedling means a plant. You germinate some seeds, you will see that the sprouts are coming out. Okay, so that is a growth, that is a movement. After some time, what will happen? The stem will be formed, that is the shoot, which will grow up in the air, and the roots will be developed, which will go down in the ground. So this is also a movement away from the earth, movement towards the earth, that is growth, but this is due to the growth. Now in mimosa, if you see, the leaves close. So who is responding? The leaves is responding. But it is not that only when you touch the leaves it will close. Even if you touch the stem, you touch any part of the plant, only the leaves will close. That means the area of touch is different and the response is shown by someone else. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब हुआ कि there is some sort of communication. Okay? Leaves को पता कैसे चला कि मुझे बंद होना है? Leaf को तो तुमने touch नहीं किया. You have touched the stem part. But there is some communication which has passed on to the leaves. Okay? So, there is some means of communication. Now, we have seen that how the communication takes place in plants. There are some electrical, chemical means. In plants also, there are electrical, chemical means which we will see further in detail. Electrical is not there, it is a chemical means. They do not have a system. So, क्या होता है? Cell by cell transmission होता है. One cell transmits to the neighboring cell to the neighboring cell like this. They don't have a specialized nervous tissue for that. जो whatever ordinary cells they have, they only do this work. And how they show? They change their shape. Now we have seen in case of animals that there is a special protein, okay, present in the muscles, due to which the muscles contract and relax and they are able to move. Now in plants what happens? There are no muscles. But they change the shape of their cell by controlling the amount of water in them. If the amount of water is more, they swell. If the amount of water reduces, they shrink. So what happens in mimosa plant? The moment somebody touches, the message comes to the leaves. Leaves क्या करता है? अपने सारे cells का पानी जो है stem के पास भेज देता है. Leaves में से बाहर भेज देता है. Leaves shrink हो जाते हैं और close हो जाते हैं. Okay? And if the amount of water in the cell increases, then they swell up. Now you must have seen in transportation and plants में detail में that structure of a leaf, you must have seen that guard cells are there to regulate the amount of sunlight entering. Okay? अगर वो जो aperture रहता है, the opening है, okay, if they want to close the opening, they swell. How they swell? By bringing more water in them. So they swell and the opening is closed, no more sunlight will not go inside. So that evaporation of water doesn't take place. So remember that in plants, by changing the shape of the cells, they are showing the response. And how they are changing the shape? By regulating the amount of water in them. By either releasing the water or either taking more water inside. So shrinking and swelling are two things. Now going further, let us see what are the movements due to growth. Now movement due to growth can be seen in climbers. You have seen climbers their stems are very weak, and if you give them any support, they are going to take that support and they will start growing up. Now what happens at the tip of these climbers? Okay, very weak stem at the tip is very much sensitive to touch. So the moment it touches anything, it will start coiling. ये उसका response है. Okay, देखो गोल गोल हो जाता है. It starts coiling. एक धागा बांध दो टिप पे, देखो how it coils around the thread. So coiling of the climbers, this is the response. And at the tip, what you have the thin stem, they are known as tendrils. The thin stems of the climbers are known as tendrils. And these tendrils are very sensitive to the touch. The moment these tendrils touch any support, they just coil, उसको पकड़ लेते हैं. And with the help of that support, they start growing. Then this growth is directional. Because अभी तुम जिस direction में you are going to tie the thread or the support is going to be there, it is going to now grow in that support. So we will say that it is moving. This is a movement. Now let us see a term, tropism. What do you mean by tropism? Tropism is a biological phenomenon where the plant shows growth or movement in response to environment. Whatever is happening in the environment, the plant is showing a response. अब वो response कैसा है? उसमें या तो वो grow हो रहा है या तो वो move हो रहा है. Examples, take the shoot. Shoot means the top part of the stem. That is always going away from the gravity. You know, Earth's gravitational force is directed downwards. लेकिन ये shoot कहाँ पे grow हो रहा है? ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है, away from the gravity. Root is going below the ground, that is towards the gravity. So these two movements are known as geotropism. These responses are known as geotropism. Then if the root is going in search of water, it is going to go in the direction of water, towards the water. That is known as hydrotropism. And if the growth is towards certain chemicals, it is known as chemotropism. For example, during the reproduction, you will see that the pollen tubes, they start growing towards the ovules which are present in the ovary. So this is because the chemical attraction of the ovules. So this is a chemotropism. Now let us see the speed of these responses. Now the response given by the mimosa is very quick. The moment you touch the plant, the leaves will shrink. So this is a very quick response. अभी sunflower is very slow. धीरे धीरे sun का direction change होता है. Slowly the sunflower is going to change. And growth is even slower. तुमने आज अगर एक बीज लगाई है तो tomorrow you are not going to find the plant. It takes days, weeks, months and sometimes years also for the plant to completely grow. So mimosa is going to show you a quick response. Sunflower is going to show you a slower response. And growth is going to show you a more slower. Now for the fast responses, what do you need? Electrical impulses. But electrical impulses can travel only when there is a nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is absent. So in the plants, this kind of communication takes place with the help of chemicals, and this is known as chemical communication. Going ahead, let's see what do you mean by chemical combination. Now, chemical combination is slower than the electrical impulses, but it is fast enough. You will not get that speed what you get in animals because of the nervous tissue. But it is not that very slow also. Chemical combination is quite fast enough for the plants to survive. What happens in that? One particular cell, if it has noticed something, so it wants to give the message to the entire plant. It will release a certain chemical compound from itself. वो सेल में से chemical compound बाहर आएगा. अब क्या होगा? जो बाकी के cells है which are surrounding it, they are going to take in this chemical. ये diffuse हो जाएगा in the neighboring cells. मतलब वो cell wall के through अंदर चला जाएगा in the neighboring cells. फिर उसमें जाने के बाद वो क्या होगा? Then they will themselves again release it. ऐसे करके एक सेल से दूसरे सेल में, फिर उसके neighboring, फिर उनके neighboring में ये diffusion होता जाता है, and the chemicals are passed on to the entire part. And that is why we see that chemicals are made in one place. Where they were made by the first cell. They were made by the first cell which detected certain change, but now it was given to the entire body at different place. So that is why though you are touching the stem, तो किसने रियलाइज किया कि टच हुआ है? स्टेम के सेल ने. तो स्टेम के वो सेल में जहाँ पे तुमने टच किया था, दैट सेल मेक्स द केमिकल एंड आफ्टर दैट इट रिलीजेस इट एंड वो स्प्रेड होके डिफ्यूज होके वो लीव्स तक के सेल तक पहुंच गया. एंड व्हेन द लीव्स केम टू नो अबाउट दैट, देन लीव्स वेर shrinking. They start shrinking and they grow. Let us see some examples of plant hormones. You have the shoot tip. Now shoot tip, जो shoot यानी कि जो stem होता है, उसका जो एकदम ऊपर वाला जो हिस्सा होता है, shoot का tip, वहाँ पे there is one hormone known as auxin. And whenever the plant detects light, plant के पास जब भी light आता है, plant detect करता है, अरे light पड़ रहा है मेरे ऊपर, तो auxin is released. और ये ऑक्सिन क्या करता है? दिस ऑक्सिन इज गोइंग टू एनलार्ज द सेल. जो टिप के जो सेल्स, ग्रोथ कहाँ से होता है? टिप से ही होता है ना. प्लांट में ऊपर से ही ग्रोथ होता है, टिप से ही ग्रोथ होता है. तो टिप में के जो सेल्स होते हैं वो ऑक्सिन रिलीज करते हैं और ऑक्सिन से क्या होता है? वो सेल ग्रोथ होता है, बड़ा हो जाता है, एनलार्ज हो जाता है एंड द प्लांट स्टार्ट ग्रोइंग. सो इट इज वन ऑफ द ग्रोथ हार्मोन. Now, second thing, one more thing, if light is coming from one side of a plant, plant के suppose left side से light आ रहा है, right side shade में है. Now this light diffuses, the chemical diffuses from, we have studied now that sunlight is transferred into or converted into chemicals. Now this chemical diffuses till the other part of the plant, that is the right side which is in shade. और उससे क्या होता है? वो पूरा जमा हो जाता है, वहां पे कॉन्सेंट्रेशन हो जाता है. मीन्स द लेफ्ट साइड इज रिसीविंग द सनलाइट बट द राइट साइड में स्टॉक हो रहा है वो पूरा, बिकॉज डिफ्यूज होकर अभी राइट साइड में आने का इट विल नॉट गो आउट ऑफ द प्लांट. तो वहां पे वो जमा होने लगता है, वहां पे वो स्टॉक होने लगता है और उसके वजह से दैट राइट साइड का पार्ट क्या होता है? वो ज्यादा ग्रो हो जाता है एंड दैट इज व्हाई द प्लांट बेंड्स. ओके. नेक्स्ट इन द स्टेम यू हैव गॉट गिबरेलिन्स. Now gibberellins are again a hormone which are responsible for the stem growth. अब स्टेम खाली लंबा नहीं बढ़ता है, स्टेम धीरे धीरे मोटा भी होता है. See, as the plants grow, पहले देखो स्टेम कितना पतला रहता है, उसके बाद में उसमें थिकनेस आती है. ओके, उसका जो डायामीटर है that goes on increasing. So for that girth, for that increase in the diameter, in the thickness of the stem, you have got gibberellins in the stem. Then in the fruits and seeds. Now fruits and seeds are responsible for the reproduction. So their cell division takes place. एक सेल का 2 सेल बनता है, 2 सेल का 4 सेल बनता है. Like this, it goes on dividing and the new body is generated. The new plant is made. There we have cytokinins. Now cytokinins are the hormones which are responsible for the reproduction. They help in the cell division. Now going further. Now these growth should be controlled. ऐसा नहीं कि प्लांट बढ़ रहा है तो बढ़ता ही जा रहा है, बढ़ता ही जा रहा है, बढ़ता ही जा रहा है. कहीं ना कहीं there has to be some stop and some control. So a stop or a control in the growth of the plants is done by the abscisic acid. This is one of the hormones. And इसका एक रिजल्ट क्या दिखता है? You can see the leaves wilting, यानी कि सूख करके गिरते हैं, क्योंकि उसको स्टॉप कर रहा है प्लांट को और ग्रो नहीं होना है. तो बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ दिस एसिड द प्लांट का जो ग्रोथ है वो कहीं ना कहीं स्टॉप होता है. दे ऑल्सो हैव देयर ओन लाइफ, दे हैव देयर एजेस एंड दिस कैन बी सीन बाय द विल्टिंग ऑफ लीव्स. बिकॉज लीव्स का भी एक साइकिल हो गया. लीव्स ऐसा नहीं कि हमेशा इट्स गोइंग टू बी ग्रीन ओनली. न्यू लीव्स आर गोइंग टू कम बट दीज ओल्ड लीव्स आर गोइंग टू डाई ऑफ. ओके. Now going ahead, last part, that is hormones in animals. Now in the first lecture I had told you that the nervous system control and coordination is carried out by 2 systems. One is the nervous system and second is the hormonal system. Nervous system we saw, the brain, spinal cord, neurons, everything. Now let us see the hormonal system. Now what are hormones? Hormones are certain chemicals released by glands. And these glands are called endocrine glands. What are these glands known as? Endocrine glands. और इनके पास कोई डक्ट नहीं होता है. Okay, normally क्या होता है, when something is made, then through there is a tissue, there is a pipe through which it is sent from one place to another. But these glands, they are directly going to secrete these hormones into the blood. ये सीधा blood में जाता है. Okay? Blood flows everywhere. So जो वो gland में भी blood आ रहा है, तो gland क्या करता है, डायरेक्टली उसके पास जब blood आता है तो उसमें ये हार्मोन्स डाल देता है, and then through the blood it is supplied to the entire part of the body. Now let us see the glands. First is the adrenal glands. Adrenal glands secrete the hormone adrenaline directly into the blood. Now what is this responsible for? Now इसका response heart में भी होता है. इसके वजह से heart beats faster. जैसे अगर more adrenaline होता है तो क्या होता है, heart का beat जो है वो fast हो जाता है. जैसे जब तुम भागते हो, you see your heart starts beating faster. जब तुमको डर लगता है तो heart starts beating faster. क्यों? क्योंकि उस समय तुम्हारे adrenal glands ने adrenaline secrete कर दिया है blood में. तो heart beat faster हो जाता है, more oxygen पहुंचने लगता है muscles को, and skin और digestive system को blood supply अब कम हो जाता है. Because one place if the blood supply is increasing, then the other place it goes on decreasing. Okay, इसलिए कहते हैं खाना खाने के बाद you should not run. Why you should not run? Because when you are going to run, your muscles are going to require more blood. So the heart is going to send all the blood to the muscles. So digestive system में blood कम हो जाएगा. If the digestive system blood is less, digestion process will not be completed properly. Okay, the nutrients will not be absorbed properly into the blood. So normally after eating the food, you need to take rest. And that is why you feel sleepy also after eating the food. Why? Because your stomach is, most of your blood is directed towards the digestive system. And so the blood supply to the brain also is reduced. And because of that, drowsiness is there. And more blood is supplied to the skeletal muscles. That is all the muscles which are attached to your skeleton. And the breathing rate also increases. Okay. Now going further, second is the thyroid glands, which is situated at your neck. They secrete thyroxine. They secrete the hormone thyroxine. Now what is the purpose of this thyroxine? To regulate carbohydrate, protein, fat metabolism, to facilitate balanced growth. हमारे बॉडी में बैलेंस्ड ग्रोथ हो, इसके लिए कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन, फैट, ये सबका रेगुलेशन होना चाहिए. जो भी खाना हम खाते हैं वो प्रॉपरली सिंथेसाइज होना चाहिए. मेटाबॉलिज्म का मतलब होता है हमारा बॉडी किस तरह से काम करता है, फास्ट, स्लो. दैट इज नोन एज द रेट ऑफ वर्किंग ऑफ अवर बॉडी इज नोन एज मेटाबॉलिज्म. नाउ थायरॉक्सिन, द थायराइड ग्लैंड शुड बी एबल टू प्रोड्यूस थायरॉक्सिन. फॉर दैट आयोडीन इज एसेंशियल इन अवर बॉडी. ओके. और जब आयोडीन नहीं रहता है तो थायरॉक्सिन कम बनता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थायराइड प्रॉब्लम्स पीपल हैव टू फेस. और बहुत ज्यादा डेफिशिएंसी हो जाता है तो दैट लीड्स टू अ सीरियस कंडीशन, इलनेस नोन एज गोइत्र. और गोइत्रे में क्या होता है, पूरा जो नेक है वो सूज जाता है क्योंकि थायराइड ग्लैंड उधर ही रहता है. तो फॉर दिस इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने कंपल्सरी कर दिया, बिकॉज सॉल्ट इज समथिंग विच एवरीवन हैज इन ऑल देयर फूड. So they made it compulsory for all the salt companies to add iodine in their salt. And that is why all the salts are iodized salt. Then you have pituitary glands, which you had seen, okay, in the brain में हमने देखा था. They are the growth hormones. Now, they release the hormones responsible for the growth of the body. You see somebody, they are too tall, and some are too small. जो बहुत बड़े होते हैं उनको हम जाइंट्स कहते हैं, जो बहुत छोटे होते हैं उनको बॉने या ड्वार्फ कहते हैं. तो जिनके अंदर ये ग्रोथ हार्मोन्स बहुत ज्यादा बनता है, दे बिकम जाइंट्स. जिनमें बहुत कम बनता है वो ड्वार्फ हो जाते हैं. तो डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ ग्रोथ हार्मोन्स इन द चाइल्डहुड लीड्स टू ड्वार्फिज्म. देन कमिंग टू द रिप्रोडक्शन और सेक्सुअल हार्मोन्स. इन मेल्स देयर इज टेस्टिस, दैट इज द रिप्रोडक्शन ऑर्गन, sex organ. They release testosterone. This is the name of the hormone. This is the male hormone, testosterone. And because of that, you can see the male characters. You know, once you attain the age of puberty, that is 13, 14 years पे, you start getting mustache, you start getting beard, underarms में hair आने लगते हैं. So these changes, your voice changes. So these changes are because of this hormone. Then in females, you have got ovary, the reproductive organ, and they secrete estrogen. And because of this, the female characteristics can be seen at the time of puberty. And that is development of the breast, growth of hair in the reproductive organs, etc. Then you have pancreas. Now pancreas, they secrete insulin. Now insulin is a hormone which is very much necessary because हमारे body में when we eat the food, it is converted into starch and sugar, ultimately sugar. This sugar should be regulated. अगर sugar बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, then what will happen? Blood vessels को वो harm करेगा. The sugar in the blood harms the blood vessels. So that is why insulin is there, which regulates the blood sugar, and that is secreted by the pancreas. And if this is not secreted in enough quantity, then that means the sugar is not being absorbed by the organs. तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा? वो blood में ही रहेगा and it will damage the arteries and the veins through which it is flowing. There will be weakness in the body of the person, and this condition is known as diabetes. फिर उसको बाहर से इंजेक्शन से इंसुलिन एंड ऑल दिया जाता है by medicine. Now remember that for the body to function properly, hormones have to be produced in the desired quantity. ज़्यादा भी नहीं होना चाहिए and कम भी नहीं होना चाहिए. In the desired quantity, detecting the need by the body and conveying it to the glands. तो हमारे body को first of all detect करना चाहिए कितना requirement है. वो requirement के हिसाब से those particular glands must secrete the hormones for the body to function properly. So this completes your chapter, control and coordination.